Recognise these? Yeah, I've had one or two of them in my life as well. These are Charlie Bigham's, and the packaging is quite complicated and looks quite expensive on these things. We're going to find out exactly how these things are packed now with what I think is possibly the biggest machine I've seen so far. Peter Gilbert is from Schubert.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks
Hi.
for having us at your place. So in a minute, we're going to see a live demonstration of what happens here, fingers crossed. And in fact, let's walk. Talk to me about your beast. First of all, does it have a name?
It doesn't. That will be the customer's choice to give it its name.
Bertha. Always Bertha for me.
We'll see. But yes, so this is designed. We've worked with Charlie Bigham's for 3 years in developing the machine. We use standard components in a almost customized machine to erect the case, load the case, and then close the case.
And am I right in thinking that previously they haven't gone into automation at all?
No, this is their first go with automation, which is why it took so long. We had to work with them to make sure they made the right decision.
Okay, so I tell you what, because it's already running, we're going to whisk round to the other side and you can explain what's going on. So Ollie's going to carry on filming these lovely lasagnas going through, and we're going to whisk round the other side. Ollie, you stay there. Right, tell us about the different stages of the procedure.
This is our A3 erector where we manually load blank cardboard blanks in, and then these are erected one per cycle by the A3 erector. So you'll see it pushing through. We erect the case, so it's an open case, which then passes through into the loading station.
All right, go to the loading station, going along.
Where we now pick two trays per cycle and load directly into either a 2-count or a 4-count carton.
Now, what's amazing is it's moving really fast, but it has to be quite gentle with this stuff,
Yes.
doesn't it?
So one of the requirements from Bigham's was that their product, the last thing you want to do when you go in and buy a high quality ready meal is that you've got chicken tikka masala spilt all over the top. So one of the things is we have to make sure we handle the product gently. So we accelerate slowly and decelerate slowly on the placement.
And I can see there are little suction cups, or whatever they're called in there. Those are the end effectors,
Yes,
is that right?
That's correct. So we have a vacuum tool to pick up on the sleeve itself, and then you'll see stabilising grippers on the side to just keep that movement nice and smooth.
So it's loading in 2 into each box. Let's move along. Talk to us about the next thing that's happening.
So we then have the case with the product inside. We pass it through glue nozzles to apply the glue, and then we close the 2 top flaps, and out they go.
And we've just come to the end. And what I like about all these demos here at the show is you have to have a catcher at the end, because the production line artificially finishes. Otherwise you would get lasagna everywhere.
And Carolina's never played cricket before in her life, but she's done all right so far.
Carolina, thank you for your service.
I think it's really important when we look at changeovers as well for the customer. They make 7 or 8 changeovers a day. So for this, the idea of a quick changeover was really important.
So this is changing from lasagna to fish pie or moussaka or something?
No, the product, the tray stays the same, but we might change from a 2-count tray to a 4-count, or even a meal for 1 or a meal for 2, where the trays are bigger. So it was absolutely essential that they could literally do those changeovers in less than 10 minutes.
And so that is a case of powering the thing down and then changing what you're feeding into it?
You don't power it down, you literally just change the magazine for the blanks or the gripper tool for the end effector.
Okay, let's go around the front again, because this is something that you all want to see, basically. Let's pop round here. Although we do have to pass Carolina, who's clearing up the lasagna. One thing I've noticed always about this particular product is it's not your standard plastic packaging, is it? What material is it? Is it a wood or a paper or what?
A poplar wood tray from France, and it makes this project really difficult because it's a lot easier picking a plastic tray that is the same time after time. These trays vary in size through swelling from maybe through the cooking process, things like that. So we have to build in the flexibility to be able to accept slightly different size trays. But that's what the vision system will do. We detect the size of the tray, we detect that the sleeve is central and it's the correct sleeve, and also that the date code is on that sleeve.
So you're doing all of the
Yes.
checking. This is not just
Literally,
about packing, this is checking
that
as
is
well.
with the Schubert scanner there, which is our own scanning system. So we carry out all of those quality control checks, and if the product fails any of those, then we just don't pick it, and it will come out on this gravity roller here.
So how difficult a conversation was it with this company, given that, yeah, they're high quality products, they've used people because they're gentle. How difficult was that negotiation?
It was never difficult. We've over the years, we are still a family company. So is Charlie Bigham's. So it was all based on relationship, and we worked together to make sure we got them the right machine. So it was more the fact after 3 years, it's a real cooperation between the two. There was obviously negotiation, but it was all about making sure the machine would do the job that they needed.
You also talked about the fact it's using AI and vision systems to check the size. It must be really quickly checking the size, like accurate to what? A millimetre or what?
It's to 0.1 millimetre in some cases. So we use these on biscuit lines as well that have thousands of biscuits going through every minute, and we have to check that each and every one is the correct size or decoration, colour. So yeah, there's a lot of data that goes through those vision systems, but again, it's all supplied by Schubert.
And this machine here, which is going to be named by Charlie Bigham, I will offer Bigham Bertha. This is actually on its way to Charlie Bigham right now. This is not a spare demo model. This is the one that they'll be using.
This will be being used, and as I mentioned, they also have a sleever that is applying the sleeve upstream prior to our machine as well. So
and is that a similar machine but with different sort of modules?
It's different tooling. It's really, but we're still erecting the sleeve with this, and it's the same standard Schubert robots for each component.
And how long before this robot goes into operation?
It will be going in towards the end of October.
So if you're buying a Charlie Bigham lasagna after October, Bigham Bertha here might have packed it.
Yes,
is that right?
That's what we're hoping she's definitely packed it. Yes, yeah.
All right, thanks for having us round to your place.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks, Bertha.